Hey, my beauties. So, once again, as an expat Canadian, I just kind of want to go over why you don't need to be scared to leave. The situation in Canada, and it can be denied. You can be in denial, and I do appreciate everyone who says, oh, yeah, it's a great country. Yeah, it was. And I understand why people want to hold on to that. I understand why immigrants who came there in the last, I don't know, 5 to 10 years, who try to make a go at it, want to defend their decision because, like, who wants to admit they made a mistake, right? Who wants to admit I effed up? But also, I think, a new year is starting, right? And why not try to examine a new way of thinking, new possibilities? There's so many perspectives out there. And yeah, it's easy for someone to say, oh, well, she left and, you know, she's not a patriot. No, I love Canada with all my heart. I just can't stand to watch it wither in front of my eyes and be destroyed by people who don't give an F about her. So yeah, that's why I left, because I saw this building up. Like I said, being a child of immigrants, right? My parents worked damn hard. They're in their 70s now, and they paid all their taxes. They did everything right. They learned the language. They integrated. And, they would never go back to India. Like, they don't even visit. They're Canadian through and through. They've lived over 50 years of their lives in Canada. So I would definitely say that they're, Canadian through and through. Being born there, my generation who grew up, went to high school in the 90s, and university in the early 2000s, I know what it feels like to be the child of an immigrant and adapting and having 2-3 languages at home. And, oh, my son is coming outside. Where are you guys going to play?
Go check the dogs.
Okay, go check the dogs.
Yeah,
so cute. I love it. Sorry. Yeah, and when I think about him, I think of my son now and growing up in Canada and just not having the same opportunities that I did. It's another reason I just couldn't go back. I couldn't stay there because I didn't want my kids to suffer through this new generation of immigrants that have come, who are not like my parents, who don't have the same respect and understanding and love for the country and total devotion, that they just don't see. They never saw Canada as just like an economic opportunity. They fully integrated and built their lives there and never ever thought about going back, and never thought about anything except like Canada being the best place in the world. Now, when I decided to travel and leave, my dad's reaction was like, why would you leave? This is the best country in the world. Like, where are you going? My mom was like, yeah, it's great, you should travel and see the world, but like, come home. And I'm like, we'll see, Mom, we'll see. I knew when I left I wasn't coming back. It was just a matter of me finding where I was being called to. And I just knew I felt pushed out. I felt pushed out of Canada. And why do I say that? Well, at that time, the economy, yeah, it was good. You could see people were like, building up their houses and cars, but you could see like immigrants' children, right? Like, we kind of are privileged because our parents work so hard. So there's just this level of like, oh, what are you driving? What do you do? It's just like this bougie bullshit that I was like, I'm 20 something and this is my goal. Like, what, brand of car I'm driving or bag I'm carrying, or like, this is it. Where did I buy a house? What's your mortgage like? Like, all this, like, what is this? Like, where's the fun, right? Well, when that happened, okay, a lot of people, settled down, settled into their lives, and I'm happy for them. They're there. But now, 20 years later, I see them and they're still under the same debt because they didn't pay off their debts. They didn't pay off their mortgages. They just consolidated more and more debt. And now in 2024, almost 2025, that debt is burying them, and it's going to bury them. And so now they've got kids, and university tuition is through the roof. Like, I paid $2,500 to go to McMaster, and now that tuition's like over 10 grand. It's crazy. Just so much has changed in a short period of time that for me, this generation, I feel really sorry for. I feel like I'm the last generation that really got to enjoy the beauty of Canada, the economy, the opportunities. You really felt like when you graduated university, you could do whatever you wanted. It was wild. And I think that's what actually allowed me to go travel, go overseas, because I felt like unfettered. I felt powerful. And that passport in my pocket was like the most amazing document, was like the key to the world. And now I think when people have seen the system, the way it's been building up, because this didn't just happen yesterday, right? Go inside, guys. Come on. No. Okay, go play basketball. Go. Okay, so get back to the little interruption that they're having fun, which is all that matters. But yeah, once again, it's for him. It's for those smiles, right? That you do everything. And I just feel like this generation doesn't have the same opportunities that I had. And like I said, this system wasn't just built in a day. It just didn't start happening. It just didn't start going downhill yesterday. This has been years in the making. And I sensed that 25 years ago, and that's why I left. I could see that the whole point of all of this society was, enslavement, and debt, to become a debt slave and just to owe everyone money just to have the basics or just to have somewhat of a decent lifestyle. And at this point, I'm like, I don't want to have debt hang over my head that I can't quit a job if I don't like it and just leave, go somewhere for a week, or go to freaking Mexico for a month if I want to, or just take a break. Like, people talk about mental health, right? Yeah, maybe I wasn't, like a good little worker bee, but my mental health is great. When I didn't feel good, I just did something about it because I wasn't tied down, right? I changed it. I said, oh, this sucks. Let's go here. Let's go there. Let's get out of here. Let's reset. And I had the freedom to do that because I wasn't enslaved. I wasn't held down by like enormous amounts of debt. And they try to get you right in university. They try to get you right out of the gate. Oh, let's get you in debt right after uni, so you're spending your whole 20s paying it back. Okay? And then you've got this generation that even now with a degree, they can't get work, right? And then you've got like immigrants coming to Canada who, are looking at it as like a money-making machine and not a place to enrich culturally or to truly integrate or to value. It's more about, let's bring our politics and problems and wars and dramas and let's burn down the Canadian flag on a Toronto street. Like, what the F, dude? I understand. Yes, there's shit going on out there in the world. There is. Go over there and protest. Why are you bringing that shit to our streets? Are you Canadian first or no? I'm Canadian first. I'm not bringing any garbage from anywhere home. My loyalty is to Canada first. It will always be. It doesn't matter where I live or where I have lived. I always was proud to be Canadian. And now, like I said in my other video, I'm hoping that I can be proud again. But right now, the way things are going, and definitely for, Gen Z and for the young, for kids my, the generation of my children, where is it going? Let alone, let's not even talk about like AI and what that's going to do to the workforce and what that's going to do to the economies and stuff in good and bad ways. But do you think that you guys are prepared, you young people out there? Do you think you're prepared? Because if it's getting bad now and cost of living and rent and not being able to find work and just being, used as slave labor, what's going to happen 5 years from now when further technologies make you obsolete? You think any of those degrees are going to pay off? Are they going to mean anything? Probably not. So, for those people out there who are still thinking of leaving, it's okay. It's not disloyal. It's not, you're not committing a sin by leaving Canada. You'll always be Canadian. But it's okay to look elsewhere because we're already on Earth for a limited amount of time. And trying to fight an uphill battle, when the flow, when the avalanche is coming down in a completely different direction, sometimes you just gotta let go. You gotta give in, and you gotta look elsewhere. It's okay. You're not betraying your country. You're not betraying your nation. You're actually spreading, the Canadian vibe, the Canadian essence, the Canadian, patriotic feeling elsewhere, and you're showing others what Canada is truly about. It's in our hearts, True, the true white north is us as a people, as a nation. And so if you gotta go, it's okay. I'm telling you, there's a beautiful life to be had out there that is more affordable, that is manageable, that is not going to suck you dry, and that you can have freedom to take vacations and to give your family those things that you can't give right now in Canada. The time, most importantly, the time that you might not even have because you're working 2-3 jobs. Right? It's okay to look elsewhere. A lot of us Canadians have parents who've come from other countries. Maybe you can get citizenship that way, or you can get residency that way. Go check it out. Those countries your parents or our parents left are not the way they left them, right? So there's so many angles that you can explore. Just don't be scared. Leaving Canada is not giving up. You can always go back. It's always going to be there. But there are so many expats that I'm seeing now on YouTube, so many expat Canadians who are either talking about leaving or planning on leaving. And the key to that is save, get a nest egg going, get over somewhere, you'll figure it out. Other people are living there, other people are eating and working and making it happen. You can too. It's not such a big mental jump. Don't scare yourself. One step at a time, pick up one foot, put the other one behind it, and just keep on going. I know I've done it. I've reset 10 times. I've lived in 10 different countries. And every time it gets easier and more exciting, and you learn so much through it. So if there's any advice for 2025, I'm giving, if you're on the fence and you're just thinking about leaving, and I'm telling you, the economic situation in Canada is not getting better, okay? It's not getting better. It's going to get much worse before it can turn around. So are you going to waste the next 5-10 years of your life fighting a battle? Or are you going to value your time, value your youth, value your passion, and go and find a place that values you right now? And that's okay. And when it's time, Canada will be waiting there with open arms. I'm hoping, if we haven't gone past a point of no return. And I'm really hoping that the way that things will go in 2025 politically, there is a way to pull back from the mess that's been created. I really hope so. For the sake of my kids have Canadian passports. I would love for them to enjoy Canada one day, but not in a situation it's in now. And no one can convince me otherwise. I've seen it with my eyes. I know my parents and my family, my friends are all there, and they're suffering. And these are well-educated, well-to-do people who have just been smacked upside the face. They've been boxed upside the face, because the economy is in a bad situation, guys. And you'll see. Trump adds those tariffs. Ooh, it's gonna get hot up in there. And get out while you can. Just get out while you can. If you have the choice, do it. What do you have to lose? Material things, they don't add up to your happiness. Freedom does. So that's my wish for you in 2025. If you want to keep on talking about this, and I'd love to hear more of your stories from expats out there who might agree, might disagree with me. Let me know in the comments and subscribe if you want to hang out next year. Anyways, cheers, guys, and have a great evening. Party your ass off. Cheers.